Hello everybody, welcome to BadBit Games. I'm your host Joseph, and today is our first ever This Week in PlayStation, where I run you down the latest and greatest news in PlayStation. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, Future Joe, let's talk about Destiny and PlayStation. But first, start the intro. So, it's This Week in PlayStation. We got three big news stories for you guys. One of them, not quite PlayStation related, but it matters, and that is that Bungie and Activision are no longer partners. They have both negotiated out of their contracts, and now Bungie is walking away with the Destiny IP as their sole ownership of. And that is crazy. This story comes from Kotaku. It comes from Jason Schreier, like always. And there's actually a quote from Bungie stating the following. "We have enjoyed a successful 8-year run and would like to thank Activision for their partnership on Destiny," Bungie said in a blog post today. "Looking ahead, we are excited to announce plans for Activision to transfer publishing rights for Destiny to Bungie. With our remarkable Destiny community, we are ready to publish on our own, while Activision will increase their focus on their own IP project." This news is, to me, good, and also, I don't know. In terms of it being good, if you're a Bungie fan, if you're a Destiny fan, I feel like there's been this odd relationship between Activision and Bungie from the start. Actually states it in the story, where I don't know what happened along the way, but the direction of Destiny has never been solid. It's always been all over the place. And with the introduction of the Eververse in Destiny 2, I found myself as a huge Bungie fan since Halo, with a huge Destiny fan as myself. I found myself just neglecting that game. Just after the first DLC patch, after the Eververse and shader controversies, I was kind of out of this game. I felt like Activision was just nickeling and diming us for all we had. And I just kind of felt like this game was not what Bungie envisioned. And so with that, this is great news. Bungie is now in the sole ownership, and as of this article, they even said that people were popping champagne. People were cheering. This was great news for Bungie. They obviously really love this game. They obviously really want it to work. So I'm optimistic. For the first time ever, I skipped out on Destiny 2 Forsaken. Now I kind of feel like I want to support them a little bit, because now that this is their vision, this is now solely theirs, they're going to take ownership on everything that happens next. The good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the turning point that this game desperately needs. This is their shot, and I'm happy for Bungie. When it comes to Activision, though, I don't know what's going on over there. We have executives leaving left and right. We have investors that are just not happy about the state of Activision when it comes to profits in their games. I don't know what's going on over there, and I'm a little worried. The one thing that is what makes this PlayStation related is what happens to the marketing rights of Destiny. Does Sony retain those rights? Do they keep on keeping on with the marketing of this game? Does Destiny play, or Bungie play ball with PlayStation a little better, or do they go on their own route? I don't know. That's something that I'm really interested in seeing how it pans out. So that's our first story. Let's get to our second story, which is equally amazing. Sorry for the hard edit here, but I had to bring little Nathan Drake out to share this news with him. Did you know Nathan Drake, little sick Nathan Drake, that the PlayStation 4 has sold over 91.6 million units? What's that, little Nathan Drake? You want to know more? You want to hear a quote coming straight out of IGN? All right, sure. Announced by Sony Interactive Entertainment, the 2018 holiday season saw over 5.6 million PlayStation 4 units being sold, pushing the system to its new milestone. As for games, over 50.7 million PlayStation 4 games were sold during the holiday season, bringing the worldwide total to 876 million PlayStation 4 games sold since Sony's latest console launch on November 15th, 2013. Also, Marvel's Spider Man, which is PlayStation's fastest selling exclusive of all time, continued its success story through the holidays, reaching over 9 million units globally as of November 5th, 2018. You hear that, little Nathan Drake? everything in PlayStation seems pretty damn awesome right now. Isn't that something? See, here's the thing. There's been this narrative that's being pushed, and rightfully so, of the uncertainty of Sony going into the next generation, right? They're skipping PlayStation Experience. They're skipping E3 this year. The crossplay debacle that happened over the summer. The fact that they're still not getting name changes the way that, honestly, let's be honest with each other, they should be. Hell, even PlayStation Now is still, it's getting there, but slowly yet surely, there's just been a whole lot of absence out of Sony when it comes to them talking to us, like back in 2013, where they showed you how to trade in your used games. And yeah, there is some validity to that, but for me, I see this as Sony just letting their exclusives talk for them. Right now, they're buckling down. They're making sure that everything is right going into the PlayStation 5 launch. You're seeing them go back on certain things right now, like crossplay. Now they're seeing them roll out that beta slowly but surely. Let's see more games get added to it. We're seeing them change up the PlayStation Now service. You're seeing them try to get name changes out there. You're seeing that they're trying to change and start fixing the leaks in the ship before it starts flooding so that they're prepared to announce the big stuff with PlayStation 5 just around the corner. So right now, the PlayStation 4 selling amazing, and it shows that people care about the games, man. They don't really care about if Sony's talking to them. Talk is great. Having some guy on stage telling you everything is better, don't worry, we bought all these new things, everything's going to be great, just believe me, is awesome. But we also want to see those games come to fruition. And with PlayStation this generation just hitting most games out of the park, seeing just this year, look at, man, God of War, 3 million units sold in 3 days. Marvel Spider Man, that is the fastest selling superhero game ever. And it's on one console, beating out the Arkham series, which is another amazing, stellar series that I love personally. That shows you something. That people believe in this PlayStation message, that the games that are coming out from Sony, people really want to have. And it shows. Again, Bloodborne, Game of the Generation, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us coming, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding. There's still so many great games to look forward to. I'm excited for Dreams. I'll say it. All right, I'm excited. A little Nathan Drake is too. So I think it's all good. I'm sorry, Nathan Drake. I never let that happen. On to the last story. So our last bit of news is actually some Spider-Man news. So that's awesome. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero because anybody could wear the mask. Let's close the show out, shall we, with this. That Marvel Games is teasing some DLC headed to Spider-Man that involves the Fantastic Four. Their tweet says this: in our final Fantastic Four week live stream announcement, ... something fantastic. You get it? It's fantastic. It's a pun. It's fantastic. My life is so lonely. Is coming to Marvel Spider-Man. Any guesses? Question mark, exclamation point. This is awesome news. Just because we're getting more DLC in Spider-Man. No matter how small or how large. That's what she said. Ladies and some dudes. Cool. This is awesome news, man. This is awesome. No matter the size of the DLC, the fact that we're keeping on getting some free stuff in Spider-Man is just awesome. Now, a lot of people are jumping the gun thinking it's like a whole big new story arc. I don't think that's the case. I would like the Fantastic Four to get their own type of game rather than to be shoehorned in with some type of DLC. I think probably it's the Bagman suit that we've seen in the comics because it's just fun and they could save some of the cooler suits for later. But my hope is that it's the Future Foundation suit that Spider-Man wears when he joins the Fantastic Four. Awesome suit, dude. It looks super rad. The white, the black, it looks dope. I would love that suit to be in this game. But if they saved it for a sequel, I wouldn't mind. Again, I don't think it's anything big or extravagant, but it's just something that's going to be a little nice, a little icing on that cake. But something that would be my pie in the sky, like my ultimate thought is that how cool would it be? There's a building that's being built in Manhattan in that game that you play early on, even during the E3 thing, right? What if, like, after you beat that game, the tower is finished and it's the Fantastic Four tower? How dope would that be? Don't lie to me and say that's not a dope ass idea, Joe. Because it definitely is. And then you have the Sanctum Sanctorum in there. You got then you have the Fantastic Four Tower. You have the Avengers Tower in there. You have all these awesome Easter eggs. It's just awesome. You have the Rand building in there. Like, it's awesome things, dude. Like, it'd be amazing. I think that would be super cool. That's my ultimate pie in the sky. And maybe I spoiled a little bit of Spider-Man for some people, but you had months, people. You had months. With that, that wraps up this week in PlayStation. I hope you like the show because it's something different. It's something fun. I definitely enjoyed it. So let me know if you enjoyed it down below. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely comment on what you liked, what you didn't, what you want to hear more of. Let me know in the comments because this is our pilot episode. So if you guys like this, we'll continue doing it. I want to continue doing it. So again, likes are appreciated. Thank you so much. Also, if you like rants, impressions videos, tops fives, unboxings, a PlayStation podcast called The Trophy Room, PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players each and every Thursday, then please hit like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell because it actually helps. I never say that because I think it's stupid, just like you think it's stupid, but YouTube really likes that bell. They want you to press it, so go ahead, do that. And with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody keep your wits about you and have a nice one.